desert for our walk in this world.
A good Thursday morning to you. Hope you're having a great week. You've made it past the halfway mark, and hope it's been blessed for you so far this week. Wanted to do another daily reading. Haven't done one of these in a few weeks. Schedule's kind of messed up and different things, and trying to get back on track with these. And so today's reading comes from Brother Joe Wells. Wrote this based on the book of Deuteronomy chapter 9, and it's entitled "Don't Poke the Bear." Have you ever been hiking and crossed paths with a creature that you would just as soon leave alone? Maybe it was a poisonous snake or a spider. Perhaps it was just a skunk. Either way, you really didn't have a desire to encourage any response from the animal that might make your hike less enjoyable. So you decide to walk along and leave the dangerous creature alone, deciding not to provoke or poke the bear. When we consider wrath, specifically in relation to God, it's interesting to find that God can be and has been in the past provoked to wrath. In other words, it is possible to poke the bear until the bear demonstrates what makes it one of the top predators in the Alaskan frontier. In the same way, we read of the children of Israel's continual rebellion throughout their wilderness wandering, and their provoking or stirring up the Lord to wrath. Specifically in Deuteronomy chapter 9, there's a number of times where Moses referred to the fact that they provoked the Lord to wrath. Verse 7 says, "Remembering this, and never forget how you provoked the Lord your God to anger in the desert. From the day you left Egypt until you arrived here, you have been rebellious against the Lord," poking the bear. At Oreb, you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you, poking the bear. And a number of other references as well. But why would they do this? Why would anyone purposefully want to stir the anger of God to action? Well, the quick and easy answer is we wouldn't. Nobody would want to do that. And that's probably true majority of the time. Nobody wants to stir the Lord or provoke the Lord to wrath, or poke the bear, if you will. After all, no one goes over to a poisonous snake and judges it, hoping it will strike him and inject venom. That would just be silly. Of course not. So why would anyone provoke a less than favorable response from God? The answer is because we often, like the Israelites, turn to sin, in attitude as well as in action, to handle our fears, distractions, and insecurities. We choose not to focus on the reality that God is more than capable of providing and sustaining us through whatever we encounter. Rather, we rebel against God and focus on our own merit and worth. In short, we sin against God and thus provoke the bear. Today I will write down 3 specific sins I am struggling with that provoke God. Beside each, I will write an alternative to the sin that would be in favor with God, and then pray about each one. I think that's a great challenge. There are certain areas in our lives that we struggle with rather constantly, and those are the areas where we just continue to poke the bear. And I think that's a great challenge to think about those top 3 things that you struggle with the most and the sin that is involved there, and then write down next to it. And I think writing it down is so important to be able to see it and visualize it and go back to it every day. And write down 3 alternatives to those sins that we can do that would be more healthy and that would be more God-honoring than poking the bear with those sins. Hope this brings you some encouragement, gives you just a little bit of a tool to work with that might bless your life a little bit more and improve your relationship with God. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.
They resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart words of life, words of hope.